Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 6 of my Football Manager 24 beta save with Real Madrid. If you do go on to enjoy today's episode, make sure to drop a like on there for me and subscribe to the channel as well if you are new. Get a comment as well down in the comment section down below to help boost the video in the YouTube algorithm. Since you were last with us, then we've got through January. There has been some transfer movement as well. We've spent a lot of money, really. We spent an extra £75 million after the last episode. We've seen some senior players depart the football club as well. I've realised that Real Madrid, there is a rebuild that does need to happen, and that is certainly going to happen in the summer if finances do allow us to do so. But make sure to drop a like on there for me. Get a comment as well down in the comment section down below, and let's go check out the transfer business. We'll start out then with our main departures. There's been a lot of youngsters who've left the club who were out of contract in the summer. We've sold them, or some have gone out on loan. But Nacho's left the club. He has gone to Inter Milan for £4.3 million. He's been at the football club since 2005, and obviously a club legend, but we just didn't need him anymore. He's 34 years of age. He was out of contract in the summer. I had no intention of keeping him, so we might as well just get a little bit of money in for him. Another departure saw Toni Kroos leave the football club. He has joined PSG for £5 million. He's been at the football club since 2014. Obviously, again, a recent legend at the club, but again, we just didn't need him. 34 years of age. He was 2.5 star current ability. And he just wasn't, we didn't really need him. He doesn't suit my style of play. He's obviously a very good technical player, but we just didn't need him for the wages he was on as well. He's gone to PSG on, I think, a 2.5-year contract, so wish him all the best, but we just didn't need him. We was having Ceballos, Tchouaméni, Modric, Bellingham, Valverde, Camavinga. There was just no room for Toni Kroos. Fran Garcia has also left the football club. The left back has joined Brighton and Hove Albion for £8 million. We signed him for 4.3 at the start of the summer. I don't really know how it works. He's always been our player. He then ended up at Vallecano for no money, but was there permanently. I don't really understand what happened there, but we ended up signing him at the start of the season for 4.3 million from ourselves, and he's now gone to Brighton for 8 million. We just needed him out the door. We've obviously got Dorgu and Mendy who can play left back. Alaba can cover there as well. We just didn't need him, so it was nice to get the wages off the wage bill and get £8 million into the club. And the final major departure for now then is Alvaro Rodriguez. He has joined Eibar on loan for the remainder of the season. They're paying all of his wages. I think he's gone there as a regular starter. So far, he's played 2 games for them, average of 6.6. They're playing in the league below, but obviously, we've got a striker out the door. No, we haven't got a striker in the door. We have got a central defender though. Ousmane Diomande has come in from Sporting Lisbon, I do believe. We have paid his £69 million release clause, and he is in 4-star current ability, 4-star potential, 20 years of age, only on 60 grand a week until 2028. Very, very happy with this signing. Wonder Kid media description, but we're not done there. Our final signing, Joe Matip. We had a little bit of transfer budget left. I thought, why not just get a club legend, a footballing icon? Joe Matip is in the building. The 32-year-old has signed on a deal until the end of next season on £78,000 per week for $5.75 million. Why not get him in through the door? He's a very well-established player, and if we ever need some cover at centre-half, he's there. He can't play in the Champions League. We decided to register Osimhen, Diop, and one of our and Diomande, obviously, and you can only make 3 changes to your Champions League squad. So Matip is not in the Champions League, but he is able to play in La Liga. So far, he actually has made 2 appearances in La Liga, averaging a 6.8, so not done it too bad. In terms of how we've got on then, since you were last with us, we had a 9-0 win away at Naxara in the Spanish Cup 3rd round. Then an unfortunate 1-0 defeat in the league. Kieran Tierney scoring the only goal of the game against Real San Sebastian. And they weren't done there. Later on, as you can see here, they beat us in a Spanish Cup quarter-final. We did actually beat Miranda's 5-1 to get through to the quarter-final, but unfortunately we lost again to Real San Sebastian. That was at home as well, so that was very disappointing. In between them games, then we had a 7-0 win at home to Vallecano. Absolutely crazy game. Osimhen scoring 4 goals as well, which is brilliant. For most recently, a 1-0 win away at Getafe. We completely rotated the squad. We played the second team. Rodrigo had to come on off the bench and get an 87th minute winner in that one. In today's episode then, we have Newcastle away in the Champions League, round of 16 first leg. We're then going to play Mallorca, Granada and Cadiz off camera and come back for the second leg as well. So you get both Champions League matches in today's episode. Let's get into the first match. Here we have it then. Here's how we line up for our Champions League round of 16 first leg away at Newcastle. We've got Kepa in goal, a back four of Vazquez, Rudiger, Diomande and Mendy, with Tchouaméni, Bellingham and Ceballos in the midfield. Bellingham, apparently his best position is a box-to-box midfielder. We haven't really got the best out of him this season. 3 goals and 2 assists as a Mazzala, so he's been really disappointing, has Jude Bellingham. So we're now going to try him as the box-to-box. Ceballos comes in as the advanced playmaker because Modric is a little bit tired at this moment in time and he has got a heavy match load. The front three, the normal front three that you'll become accustomed to: Rodrigo, Vinicius Jr. and Osimhen. then obviously Osimhen scoring 4 goals in one game, hasn't scored since. So the bench then is Delue, Loren, Marvel, who makes his way onto the bench because obviously Joe Matip is not registered, Alibert, Dorgu, Camavinga, Valverde, Modric, Goulet, Diaz, Diop, and Hosselu. Let's get into the match. Fingers crossed there's no issues with my computer today. It seems like it's working fine. The video yesterday was meant to be out for 6. It went out 5 to midnight. So make sure you go check out episode number 5 if you haven't already. Newcastle, very good team, but it's one that I expect us to win. We're away from home in the first leg, so as long as we don't lose, I'll be very confident of getting through into the quarterfinals. My aim this season is to at least get to the semi-finals of the Champions League, because I just don't think the squad depth is good enough to really push on and win the Champions League this year. Their team looks pretty much as you would expect. Nagelsmann is their manager though, so Eddie Howe has moved on. I don't recognise their right back or their right centre back, but apart from that, that is a very Newcastle team. Is Matt Targett playing in central midfield? What on earth is going on there? We'll tell them the media's giving them a lot of credit, so go out there and prove it. Are they going 5-4-1? Oh no, they're going very defensive. They're going very defensive. A flat back, what's that, 7? Not ideal. Well, I saw Kieran Trippier had picked up a yellow card there, and Vinicius Jr. has got an upper body injury. So Kieran Trippier has clearly absolutely nailed Vinicius Jr. early on in the game. That's not ideal. Our substitution then is going to see Sofiane Diop come on. Our signing we made in January, who we paid £25 million for, so far hasn't got a goal contribution in the league. There's a lot of pressure on his shoulders. He's coming on for, on paper, our best player here. Only 5 minutes into the game. Trippier has been booked, but it's clearly worked if he's absolutely nailed Vinicius Jr. He's had to come off the pitch. They've started the better of the two teams as well. 75% of the ball, lots of chances for them. Not a good start from us here whatsoever. And Anthony Gordon finds Callum Wilson back into Tonali. He finds it into Longstaff eventually. Bellingham there with a nice interception. Now Osimhen out wide here into Rodrigo. Driving forward, good tackle from Target, but Rodrigo will get there once more. Into the penalty area he goes. Can he get off his shot? He does. Good save that from Nick Pope. Tips it around the post. And that was a good counter-attack opportunity for us there. Lucas Vazquez will now take this corner. Obviously still no Carvajal. He's still out with that broken leg towards the back post. Cleared away by Inacio. And now Osimhen onto that left foot. Lays it off for Tchouaméni. He goes into Rodrigo, and that is the end of the highlight. Did I say Rodrigo there? I think I meant Rudiger. Target now. He goes into Longstaff, looks to switch to play. Trippier finds it in to the central defender, and now Anthony Gordon picks it up. Back into the central defender, and now Inacio on the ball here. He goes all the way back into Nick Pope. We've got a good shape about us at this moment in time. Botman picks it up, a little bit of room. I'm not really sure why we're not pressing him. The instruction is definitely to press them in this game. Botman out wide here into Matt Target. He looks down the line though for Harvey Barnes. Bit of room for him here to curl off for short. He hits the post. Wilson taps in, and that is absolutely awful defending. Callum Wilson with his 5th goal of the season, and that was just absolutely shocking. Vazquez is being caught completely out of position there. And Newcastle take the lead. Vazquez is nowhere to be seen. And then I think it's Rudiger comes across here. I mean, where does Rudiger even go? Barnes kills one off the post. Diamande doesn't react. And it's Newcastle 1, Real Madrid 0. This is not the start we were looking for in today's game. Newcastle take an early lead, and it's more than deserved. They've been comfortably the better of the two teams so far. Mendy to swing this corner in towards that near post, but it's a poor ball and it's cleared away. Only as far as Rodrigo. Can he take on his man and get a ball in the box? He finds Vazquez. Can he get a ball into the box? He can't. He's tackled by Tonali. Ceballos picks it up in the midfield. Back into Rudiger. Tchouaméni now. Finds Bellingham. Ceballos through into Rodrigo. Good football from us here. Rodrigo in on goal. He's gone for the near post. I don't know why he's gone for the near post there. Into the side netting. I must admit, I've actually been really disappointed with the team this season. A lot of players massively underperforming. I don't think I'm getting the best out of this team. And it's reflecting in this match. When we're playing in the big games at the moment, we're not performing. I mean, I know they're very defensive, but approaching the half-time whistle, we've barely laid a glove on them so far. Pope made a decent save. We've grown into it as the half's gone on, but that is just simply not good enough. I'm thrashing the arms. You've been terrible so far. I'm not going to go out attack. Obviously, it is a two-legged affair, but I can't say I'm impressed with that first half whatsoever. Ceballos is on a 6.8. Maybe thinking about bringing him off at the break, because obviously we've used one of our substitution slots there to bring Diop on for Vinicius Jr. We're going to give him 10 minutes to see what they can come up with. We're going to give him some encouragement, because that first half was so underwhelming. We're actually going to stick it onto attacking. Maybe we're going to attacking too early, but Mendy swings one in. Osimhen heads it down. Rudiger with the strike, and it's another big save from Nick Pope. It has been a Nick Pope masterclass so far. I'm going to tell them to always press Anthony Gordon, and we'll make our subs after this highlight. Mendy finds Tchouaméni, and he goes into Jude Bellingham, the former Birmingham City youngster, driving forward with the ball. Great drive here from Bellingham. He looks for the ball in behind to Rodrigo, into the penalty area. Can he get a ball into the box? He cuts it back, crosses it in. Diop can't win the header and Trippier clears, only as far as Tchouaméni, and now Bellingham picks it up on the edge. Rodrigo cuts inside here on that left foot, out wide into Ferland Mendy, back in the team after a recent injury. Now Bellingham finds it into Tchouaméni, so Ceballos now, ball through into Rodrigo, big opportunity, can he level things up? Yes he can. Rodrigo finally on the score sheet once more. He has his 5th goal of the season. It's Newcastle United 1, Real Madrid 1, and that is the perfect start to this second half. I was about to make some changes. Rodrigo might have been someone coming off. He's currently only playing at a 6.4 before this goal, but nice build-up play from us, really patient. Ceballos with the ball through. We nearly brought Ceballos off there. Rodrigo with a nice finish. Nick Pope said absolutely no chance. We're back in this game. Like I said, we wanted just to get through this tie with a draw. Get us back to the Bernabeu. We'll comfortably beat them there, hopefully. Let's now make a couple of changes here. Ceballos is playing well, but he's looking a little bit tired. I mean, would it be wrong of me to bring Diop off? He's tired and not playing well. Can I substitute a substitute? Do you reckon that'd go down well? I'm not sure it would, if I'm honest. We're going to get Camavinga on for Tchouaméni in that midfield. We're going to bring on Joselu for Victor Osimhen, who's not having a good game and a little bit tired. And for now, I think we'll leave it just a double change. And we might leave it another 5 or 10 minutes or so. We are now at that point with 15 minutes left on the clock. I think I actually am going to bring Diop off here. Yes, I subbed him on, but he was subbed on in the 6th minute or whatever it was. You know, it's not uncommon for that to happen. Brahim Diaz is going to come on for him. I do feel a little bit bad, but oh well. We're going to play him as a winger. Final change of the game is going to see Alaba come on for Vasquez. Diamonde is going to go over to right back and play as an inverted fullback. Alaba is now going to play as a ball-playing cover, and Mendy is now going to go as an inverted wing-back on attack. Will it work? Is that... Yeah, that's all 5 of our changes. We have substituted a substitute. Hopefully that doesn't mess up my team cohesion and all that sort of stuff. I mean, that might not even work. And this is a player whose name I can't pronounce who cuts it back. It's very scrappy, and it's cleared away only as far as Tonali. He picks it up on the edge of the area. He goes back into Botman, and we've got a nice shape there. We've certainly grown into it in his second half, but Newcastle have also had some pretty decent chances. One last piece of encouragement for them. Can we get a late winner in this first leg? Mendy finds Bellingham. Back into Mendy. Cuts inside and finds Rodrigo. Good first touch onto that right foot and strikes. And it's a Rodrigo masterclass. 2 goals in this game. 1 on the right wing, 1 on the left. And we are ahead in the Champions League round of 16. Not only on the night, on aggregate as well. I say that like we're in the second leg already. We're winning. If we win at St. James's Park, then surely we've got to go through. Rodrigo with a nice finish there. Pope, there's got to be questions asked of him there. I think he's got to do a lot better with that one. Give him some praise. Lovely stuff from Rodrigo. He's been poor this season, but he's come up with 2 big goals in the Champions League, and that is what matters at the end of the day. There is the full-time whistle. The first leg ends with a 2-1 win. Now we're going to play 3 league games off camera. We'll come back for the second leg, and fingers crossed, it can be another win. Or even if it's just a 0-0 draw, just we need to get through. It's a shame away goals aren't a thing anymore. Obviously, next year on the game is when the new Champions League format comes in. Let's have a look at this Vinicius Junior injury. He's broke his ribs. Well, we're going to talk to him. We're going to tell him not to worry. We're going to send him to the doctor for 5 to 6 weeks. But at the end of the day, Vinicius Junior has been massively underwhelming this season. 2 goals and 6 assists in 18. Just not good enough. So I'm not even that bothered, to be honest. If Rodrigo can keep scoring goals and stay fit, that's all that matters. Lovely stuff. I'll see you in a minute. As expected then, we did pick up the 3 victories, starting out with a 6-0 win at home to Mallorca, then a 7-1 win away at Granada. A recent 4-3 win at home to Cadiz was not as comfortable as what it looks. Then when they scored that 3rd goal in the 94th minute, I thought, surely we're not going to bottle this. Obviously, as you've just seen, we did just beat Newcastle United 2-1 away from home. Now we've got them at home in the second leg of our Champions League round of 16 match. I don't know why that's so complicated to say, but are we going to make any change for this game? I rotated quite a lot in the last match to make sure everyone would be fit and available for this one. So Vasquez is going to come in for the injured Carvajal, who's now started his rehabilitation, which is very good. Diop is going to come in on the left wing for Vinicius Junior. We do obviously have a few players who can't actually play at the moment. Joe Matip not registered. Vinicius Junior still injured. He's going to be out for another 3 weeks. On the bench then, we need a centre-back. So where is it? Marvel, ineligible. Oh, our B team are already playing a game. So I guess for this match, we're going to have to go with a few less subs. Instead of having the 12, we're only going to be allowed to have the 10, unfortunately. But here we have it then. Here's how we line up. We've got Kepa in goal, a back four of Vazquez, Rudiger, Diamande, Mendy, Tchouaméni, Bellingham and Modric, with Rodrigo, Diop and Osimhen being at the front three. On the bench then, as you can see, just the 10 substitutes for us. Let's go underway then for today's game. All we've got to do is avoid defeat. Let's just get through into the quarterfinals, do it nice and comfortably. We're at home, we're good at home. They've made a couple changes from the last match, maybe a change in formation. Hopefully, I mean, if they want to come here and play 8 men behind the ball again, that's absolutely fine by me. I have no complaints with that whatsoever. Let's get underway then for the second leg. And we've got an early highlight here. Inside the first 60 seconds, Modric plays a 1-2 with Vazquez. And he cuts inside here to Rodrigo. Modric now picks it up. Meg's there. Rodrigo looking to get past Lewis Hall, but that is some nice defending. Vazquez intercepts and finds Rodrigo. Tchouaméni now finds Jude Bellingham. Driving forward, he steps in into the penalty area and strikes. Easy save in the end though for Nick Pope. Pretty comfortable, a save you would definitely expect him to make. Again, they are putting pretty much every man behind the ball and just leaving a front three up there to try and hopefully get them back into this game. But Osimhen with some nice pressing there, unfortunately can't win the ball back, and now Botman finds Tonali. He turns out and finds Kieran Trippier, obviously injured Vinicius Jr. in the last match. So can Diop come up with a goal in this one? Bellingham now takes it on the half turn and drives forward with it. Ball in behind here looking for Rodrigo. 2 goals in the last game and 1 in this one. Rodrigo is on fire in today's episode. That's 3 goals now in the Champions League round of 16 games against Newcastle United. 2 in the first leg, 1 already in the second leg. Great play though from Jude Bellingham and a great disguised ball in behind. Great finish as well from Rodrigo. Osimhen just standing offside the whole time there, which wasn't exactly ideal, but we'll give him some praise. Great start to today's game, and hopefully we're through now into the quarterfinal. Would it be wrong of me to assume we're probably not going to concede 2 goals at home to Newcastle? Anyway, Inacio picks up the ball here and goes into Sven Botman. Tonali picks it up now and finds Almiron. He looks out wide here for Lewis Hall. They're going to exploit us in the wide areas like what they did in the last match. Cross comes in. Easy claim though for Kepa Arrizabalaga. Courtois is probably not going to feature at all this season, but he's going to be massive for us next year. When Kepa goes back to Chelsea, Courtois is back from his ACL. I'm really looking forward to that. And obviously we'll have Militao coming back as well next season. Matip will probably move on in the summer. He was just a stopgap while obviously we sold Nacho, and Militao is currently out injured. Mendy picks up the ball here and finds Jude Bellingham. Bare room to strike off the top of the net there. Nick Pope seemed like he was in no man's land. 20 minutes on the clock, still 1-0 to Real Madrid. Let me give them some more praise here, because we're playing quite well. It's been a positive start. They're yet to have a shot despite having a lot of the ball. I mean, when they've got everyone behind the ball, they're probably going to be able to pass it along their centre-backs all game, which is completely fine by us. We've worked the ball out very nicely there. Now Diop driving forward, plays it into Luka Modric. Can he get off a shot? He does. He finds the back of the net. Luka Modric with his 14th goal of the season. An assist for Diop, who's coming for the injured Vinicius Jr. Kieran Trippier, that one is for you. I really do hope though that Diop scores in this game. Great first-time pass there from Bellingham. Diop positive with his play, driving forward, ball into Modric, bit of room, gets the shot off, it goes under Nick Pope. 2-0 on the night, 4-1 on aggregate. I think we are definitely progressing through now into the next round of the Champions League. As expected, we're on fire at the moment. Our new recruits are, well, Osimhen's not playing particularly well, but Diamande is having a pretty decent game, which is obviously nice to see. And I think we are getting the best out of Jude Bellingham now. As a box-to-box midfielder, he certainly plays a lot better there than as the Mazzala, although in real life, when he's been playing as a number 10, he's certainly been doing a lot better. Mendy with the low corner, flicked on at the near post, and Antonio Rudiger makes it 3 on the night, 5-1 on aggregate. And we are absolutely battering them, as expected. When we're at the Bernabeu, we absolutely hammer teams. Great cross in there from Mendy. Great flick at the near post from Rudiger. Pope stands no chance. 3-0, half-time. Job's done already, in my opinion. What a 45 minutes that was. You have definitely blown them away. Let me give him some early praise as well in the second half. I'm delighted with what I've seen so far. Everybody, he's having a good game out there, apart from Kepa, but he's had nothing to do. They've had 2 shots, 1 on target, accumulating 0.05 XG. He's not really had much to do. Can we get another corner goal? Mendy swings it in. This one wasn't a great ball in, but Rudiger now finds Mendy. Back into Rodrigo. Oh, heavy tackle there from Almiron. Mendy now looks for Osimhen, who gets on the score sheet. He gets in on the act. 6-1 now on aggregate and 4-0 on the night. If there was any doubters, they've definitely gone now. We are going through. Newcastle are going out. I mean, that was a really, really nice reverse pass there. Was it from Rodrigo? Was it who was it? It was Mendy, I think. Great ball there. Osimhen with a great finish. That is not an easy finish when he's running away from the goal. To be able to scoop his foot around and get the chip in there. Very, very impressive. Let's now make some substitutions. We want to get the yellow carded players off. Tchouaméni's going to come off for Camavinga. Bellingham is going to come off for Valverde. Diop is going to come off here for Dani Ceballos, and we'll play him on at left wing. We need to keep everyone suspension free really at the end of the day, so getting all the other carded players off is the most important thing. 3 changes made there, still 2 more to make if we need to. I'd really like a clean sheet in this one. We struggle really for clean sheets against the better side, so a clean sheet in this match would be very nice. We haven't changed the defence, so it is certainly something that I think is achievable when all the defenders are playing very well. They're all, well, I was about to say they're all on a 7 and then Diomande went down, but we're going to tell Diomande to mark Alexander Isak because he is still a very decent forward. Modric has picked up some sort of knock, so let's make a change there. I mean, I look at the bench, to be fair. Do we have anyone who can play there? Can Gula play there? We could put Brahim Diaz there. Brahim Diaz in central midfield. Let's see how he gets on in that role. We've not seen him playing that one yet. And Osimhen is also going to come off for Joselu. Give Joselu 15 minutes or so just to give Osimhen a rest, who hasn't really performed too well in this game, apart from obviously a very nice goal. Joselu is wearing gloves here in Spain. There's a few players wearing gloves. Does it get cold in Spain? Won't say I know. Brahim Diaz now playing in the new central midfield role, taking on a few players and sticking one in the back of the net. Brahim Diaz with an absolutely brilliant goal there. 5-0 on the night, 7-1 on aggregate. Newcastle United have been well and truly humbled in this one. Brahim Diaz just picked up the ball in the midfield. Great play from Rodrigo. Brahim Diaz thought, you know what, I'm going to turn into prime Messi in this one. And just finishes it very nicely. Again, Nick Pope should be doing better with that. 15 minutes to go, the game's done. Sven Botman picks up the ball here, and Newcastle going to get a late consolation goal. I hope they don't, because they don't really deserve it, to be honest with you. Camavinga now finds Valverde, stepping forward. He wants to get in on the act, but with attempts like that, he's never going to get on the score sheet. 5 minutes left on the clock. The quicker the whistle is blown, the better here. We just want to get through, progress into the next round of the Champions League, into the quarterfinals very easily. You know, for a round of 16 match, Newcastle was not an easy tie. It's 6-0 on the night. It's 8-1 on aggregate. This is a Champions League knockout round match, and we're beating Newcastle 6-0 in one game. I don't really know what to say. I just feel a little bit sorry for them at this point. Rodrigo with a ball across there. I mean, it's a great finish from Inacio. Not sure that's quite in the right net. I'm not going to complain. We'll give them some praise. 3 minutes added on, and there's the full-time whistle. Very comfortable. Job done. Well, an absolute battering in the Champions League that we have just produced there. Luka Modric is injured only for a few days though, so that is very nice. Mendy got 2 assists in that match as well, averaging an 8.7 match rating there. Very nice from him. Thank you all very much for tuning in, and thank you all for watching today's episode. I really, really do appreciate it. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I shall see you all very soon for another episode. Peace.